Good evening, good evening. Dumela, Sawubona, Sakpase, Namaste, Upshin, Dubraota, Assalamu alaikum, Hotep, Buenas noches, bonsoir, and what's going on? Welcome everyone to episode seven of the Lott Carey Women in Service Everywhere Digital Couch. My name is Doriel Anez Larrier, and I am your host. And tonight we have the amazing pleasure to have on our couch with us this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are in the globe, our executive secretary, the Reverend Emmett L. Dunn. First, let me go through the protocol that we know to call our executive team of Lott Carey, and that would be, of course, our executive secretary. We also have our newly minted Dr. Gina Stewart as our president. We have as our first vice president Dr. Jesse Williams, and our second vice president, Dr. James Victor, and who is leading the helm of Women in Service Everywhere is Dr. Angelita Clifton, our esteemed president, and our first vice president, Dr. Brenda McBurrow, and our second vice president, Sister Lynette Richardson. Welcome, Executive Secretary, Reverend Dunn. How are you this evening?
Doing very well. Welcome, and I'm happy to be a part of this conversation. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the invitation, and I look forward to the rest of the evening as we engage one another with the information that's relevant for us to advance the mission and ministry of Lott Carey.
Excellent. Now, as the theme of our conversation tonight could very well be ministers on a mission, but of course, the sole focus of the Lott Carey Baptist Farm Mission Convention is, of course, to walk alongside those of our partners locally, nationally, and globally, and to support them with the issues of the day. And as we are all aware, one of our partners has been thrown a very odd hand. The country of Haiti has already gone through extensive tumult over the past few years. And in the last few days, they have also been hit with an earthquake. And so that's going to be the topic of our conversation. Because they are one of our partners, the world, of course, is looking at Haiti, but Lott Carey in particular is very, very focused on the issues on the ground, what we can do here, what's going on there, the people that we may have on the ground. And so that's going to be the focus of our conversation. Reverend Dunn, if you would, up to date, and just so that you know, folks, this conversation is being pre-recorded. So if anything happens between the date of the pre-recording and the date of the airing, which will be on, of course, the first Thursday of the month, there may be some new issues that may arise that we don't address. But as you have comments and questions, please feel free, as I ask for my stream team to do so, drop comments and questions into the chat, and we will respond to them afterwards. So if you can, Reverend Dunn, give us some updates about the current issues that are occurring in Haiti and how Lott Carey is supporting those efforts.
Well, thank you again, and thank you for sharing some light on the situation in Haiti. But before I bring you up to speed with what is going on currently, let me just remind the audience that Lott Carey has been engaged in Haiti since 1916. And currently we are in partnership, in relationship with three entities, three mission agencies in Haiti. We are in partnership with the Strategic Union of Churches. This Strategic Union comprises of about 27 churches. We provide financial support to them to help them in the area of capacity building amongst the pastors and congregation. After the earthquake of 2010, we became partners with the Haiti Baptist Convention, particularly in the area of youth development. And so every year we provide funding for summer camps for the young people. Unfortunately, over the last 2 summers, because of COVID-19, those camps were not held. And then in 2015, most of you in Lott Carey will be familiar with the name Mission of Grace Haiti. Lott Carey relates with Mission of Grace Haiti. They host all of our summer mission trips, and we also support them to help them with the orphanage, the clinic, and with the elderly care center. So that's how Lott Carey is engaged in Haiti. Now, dealing with the current situation, we all know that the earthquake have devastated a major part of the south of the country of Haiti, mainly in the area of Lacaille, where churches and at last count, they were reporting that well over 2,200 persons have lost their lives. 325 were still missing. All of the schools were closed. Churches were destroyed. Hospitals were completely demolished. The area is in total chaos. And on the ground that we are relating to right now, Lott Carey is working alongside of the Haiti Baptist Convention and Mission of Grace, both of which are actually on the ground in Lacaille, where they are doing some assessment and keeping us in close contact as to what is going on. So the nature of our work with them right now is providing funding for some emergency supplies such as water, food, and basic first aid supplies. Those are the things that they have requested, and I'm sure that there will be a long-term engagement with Haiti, but we have to wait until all of the bodies have been recovered. The mapping assessment is done to know exactly what kind of a long-term engagement Lott Carey will commit to. But right now, initially, we have committed $50,000 for this immediate response. Thankfully, we have raised close to $100,000, and all of that money will be going directly to support the relief efforts in Haiti.
Excellent, excellent. It's good to know that the amount that we set has, I think you just said, was doubled. So you committed to 50 and you've raised 100.
Right.
Beautiful.
Correct.
Excellent. So, and we do know that because we have boots on the ground, literally and figuratively, we will be able to disseminate that money to the appropriate people, because we know that in the past, some other organizations were not able. Lott Carey's always pulled through. Thank you very much for that. So, because this focus is on WISE, the Women in Service Everywhere, and our ability to support the efforts that we're raising the money for, what would you suggest our focus should be in our giving circles in the next few months as we enter into our fall calendar? Again, we have our monthly prayer sessions on the first of the month. We also have our book studies, and of course, Haiti will always be on our mind and on our lips. What additional types of gathering of support would you like for us to put on the top of our to-do list?
Thank you for asking. One of the things that we've requested from our partners on the ground, we know that if there's any silver lining in what has happened, the capital city, Port-au-Prince, was not affected this time. Now, we do understand that over the last year, 2 years, Haiti has been constantly undergoing one civil unrest to another. We also know just before the earthquake struck, the president was brutally assassinated, and they were just trying to deal with that. And then the earthquake took place. But I brought up Port-au-Prince because since they were not affected by the earthquake, supplies can still be purchased in Port-au-Prince and sent down to Lacaille, where the epicenter of the earthquake is. But I've also asked them to send us a list of items that we could send from here And so that list is forthcoming. As soon as that list is available, we will then obviously post it on our website. And I think that's where WISE can be very instrumental in helping us collect those items that they would need for shipment. And we're in conversation with a shipping company out of Miami that can ship it directly to that part of the country without going through prints to avoid any bureaucratic bottlenecks. But that list is not yet available for public consumption. As soon as that list becomes available, we will then upload it on our website. I will share it with the leadership of WISE, and we'll use that list as it means to help our brothers and sisters in Haiti. Now, I'm keep referring to that list because I know that whenever these things happen, all of us, we have the spirit of being kind and want to respond in ways that people are not asking us to respond. And so I just want to caution you that we will not ship every and anything to Haiti.
Right.
We are only going to ship things that our Haitian friends are asking us to ship. All right.
Now,
So
if I could pause, because this is how we do on the digital couch. Not everything in your closet is going to go.
Correct.
Not everything in your pantry is going to go.
Correct.
Let us not send heavy sweaters. They live in a hot country. And I have to say that because sometimes, as you said, people are trying to be kind, but not necessarily considerate and understanding of the culture and the actual needs. Okay, so let's wait for the list, everyone.
Sure.
And so if I'm hearing you correctly, there are two forms of shifting of items. There will be monies that are sent to the people who are on the ground, and they will purchase from inside the country. And then there are things that we here, wherever we are in the States or in the diaspora, because everyone, globally wants to support. And if they support through Lott Carey, then from wherever they are, they in essence need to get those items to Miami, and then Miami will then take the shipment across.
Correct.
Excellent. Okay. Okay, good enough. All right, and so that will, until we get another word, that will be part of our driving force for the next few months.
That's correct. That's okay. Correct.
Excellent. So some of the resources that are currently available, whether it be people power, we've already discussed the finances, and we will be getting a list. Are there people, because some people will send and then some people want to go. Are there any efforts where some people who may have the time, the talent, the pride to actually do some transportation and go? Is there any space for that?
We are holding off encouraging people going to Haiti just yet for several reasons. One, Lott Carey have not officially been to Haiti in over 2 years.
Right.
Only because of the civil unrest that have been going on, and we were not able to ensure the safety of persons who would go in the name of Lott Carey. Now, I am aware of that there is one of our brothers from Men on Mission in the person of Verna Emmett that is very much engaged in Haiti, all right? And we're talking one individual. We can easily manage 1 to 2 individuals versus managing a group of persons who has the desire to go and make a difference. I say all this to say that Lott Carey is currently not sponsoring, organizing any short-term mission to Haiti, all right? I do plan to go to Haiti within the next 2 to 3 weeks to assess the situation. And that assessment will include making sure that if we were to send a mission team to Haiti, that 1, there will be a sense of safety for them. 2, there will be somewhere for them to stay. 3, their presence will be more of a help than a nuisance, all right? So we need to make sure that when we go in to help, we are there to be helpful and
Right.
not just there to say we went to Haiti, to add something on our spiritual resumes.
Right.
That's not going to happen here. I
Right.
know people are kind, people mean well. So the best way to help Lott Carey help our Haitian friends right now is to support the causes that we are supporting. And right now, it is by helping us with funding to send to Haiti for them to carry on the relief efforts. By so doing, we are building capacity amongst the Haitian people, knowing that they can do it for themselves.
Right.
We don't have to be there to show them to know exactly what to do, but obviously, there are limitations, and that's where we can come in. And the limitation has to do with funding. So Lott Carey can help fund them to meet the needs that they need to meet in order to begin to rebuild the community. So right now, Lott Carey is asking you for financial donations. And until such time when that list becomes available, you can then either send funds to Lott Carey for us to purchase the items, or you can do it directly from your homes, your community, your offices, your Sunday school class, your virtual congregation, wherever you have influence, you can get these items and ship directly to Haiti. In the instance where you have a lot of stuff and you think Lott Carey can help underwrite some of the shipping costs, that's a conversation I'm willing to have with you to accomplish that.
Excellent. I want to thank you so much for reminding us that being mission minded sometimes gets thought of as my presence. The fact that I'm going to show up is going to be helpful. And so when you said that the presence would be necessary and not a nuisance, I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. A number of our Lott Carey family has brought that up in the past couple of conversations, whether it be here on the Digital Couch. We've engaged in those conversations that, like it's not something we just want to say, well, as a part of my passport, I have it stamped that it's like my mission passport, to heaven. I'm sorry, I just had to drop that in there. But, we want, and I'm saying that, of course, in love. And I've just become aware of that for some people, it's I want to do my work. And sometimes your work could very well be at home and doing the praying, or at home and gathering the funds together, or at home and being, the person who packs barrels. I live in a Caribbean community. And so for me to drive down any block on any weekend and I see blue barrels, I know exactly what's happening. But we do need, of course, the people who literally can be hands and feet on the ground, and thanks to the younger people who are coming up in Lott Carey who want to be of service, and those people who can do the running and the lifting. Those are the people that, of course, would be sought after if there is a team to be put together. And so, thank you very much for just solidifying that idea. So, this is the last question, and if you want to share anything in addition, of course, it would be very welcome. During the annual session last week, we just finished our convention, and successfully we've done a great at all of the great things that happened in our annual session that just ended a few days ago. During the Thursday session, you gave you shared your message. Would you be able to repeat some of the poignant points that we should definitely, if we were not able to, make it, that we should definitely hold to our heart and take with us as we enter into our fall session, our fall season?
Yeah. Thank you for that. There are several things. I think the first thing is that I want to send a message of gratitude, to which I did in my message when I delivered it on Wednesday evening, to all of our supporting churches and individuals that keep our lights on. Without them, Lott Carey cannot live out the mission mandate that we have, which is transforming lives, touching lives with transforming love. we wouldn't be able to do that. And so before I even go down the list of things that we were able to do together, a word of gratitude is necessary. Saying thanks to all of our pastors, our congregations, whether they were small congregations or large congregations, whether it was a Sunday school class, a deacon, a deaconess, a trustee, a grandmother, a grandfather, anyone who thought about Lott Carey, not just by sending money, but with your prayers, with your letters, with your emails, with your texts, with your phone calls, just saying to me, hang in there, things will get better. We have been navigating, this mission space during some turbulent times that I don't need to repeat because Lott Carey was no exception, to what went on over the last 18 months. All of us, the entire world, has gone through and continue to go through the challenges brought on by COVID-19. So I want to say thanks. I want to begin by saying thanks to all of our supporting churches and individuals. And then I want to celebrate the fact that even in the midst of the pandemic, Lott Carey was still able to respond to every need that came across our desk, every need. And this is in addition to maintaining our financial obligation to all of our mission partners to the tune of well over $500,000 we were able to make available over the last 12 months. When you put all together all of the missional responses, we calculated all of that, it became over $1 million that we're able to support projects, whether they were special projects, whether it was putting a roof on the science building in Nigeria, putting roof on the chapel in Liberia, building a well in Kenya, building a well in Nigeria, sending food to Zimbabwe, sending food to Haiti, whatever the needs were. Lott Carey rose up to the occasion. And those were the things that I wanted to highlight in my report, because basically just want to say to the folks out there, Lott Carey has been doing this for well over 100 years. This is nothing new to Lott Carey. However, we are doing it in different times. We're doing it in different times. Years ago, for a church to send us a check of $20,000 for mission was so easy. But we know that now they themselves are encountering difficulties. And we respect that and we understand that. And so when our churches are struggling, we have no choice but to struggle along with them. But I have to say, even in the midst of all of that, they have been faithful. And I want to acknowledge that. But also speak to the fact that I also want to celebrate our partners, our global partners, wherever they may be, because they are just like us. They are experiencing times even worse than us, because our resources are more available than resources available to them. And so wherever they are, whether it is Kenya, Zimbabwe, Ethiopia, Liberia, Nigeria, India, Guyana, Jamaica, wherever they may be, South Africa, they have been flying the Lott Carey flag, and they have done it with integrity, they have done it sacrificially, and they have done it with a lot of commitment. And so I congratulate them for, we always say we walk alongside of them, but they also walk alongside of us.
Amen.
And so we are grateful. We are true partners, and we're thankful to God for that. So again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to just summarize some of the things that we said on a few nights ago, giving thanks to God for all of our contributors and donors, celebrating what God allowed us to do together, but also celebrating the many persons that we are committed to help as we engage the world for Christ.
Excellent. I am so blessed and honored to have been able to have you here on the Digital Couch for the mission of Lott Carey, Women in Service Everywhere. And so, ladies and the gentlemen who love us, we are so excited to have had our executive secretary again speak with us, share how the involvement, specifically at this time, is at the top of our list, at the forefront of everyone's mind. Our involvement with Haiti, our brothers and sisters there, our churches there, the children that we support, the schools, the wellness centers, and those who even represent the government. You know, we stay in our lane, but the lane is right next to those people who are the hardest of those who are hurting. And so, to that end, I want to once again thank you. Thank you. We are all standing alongside with you as we can. We know that you are holding up the brunt of the weight, but we are standing on your side and praying with you, for you, and through you, so that God would magnify and multiply the strength that you have to do this work. So to everyone who is watching, I really do pray that you will drop comments. And again, please drop some poignant points or ask questions that we will be able to respond to after this is aired. And we look forward to seeing and discussing with you how you, in your organization, in your church, and thank you so much for shouting out the Sunday school classes and the Bible studies and the women's groups and the men's groups and the Jamaican clubs and the Barbados clubs, all of those many sections, the Southern clubs, to get coins together, to get, whether it's your shoe size, or measuring, your shirt size, or measuring whatever, or how many books you have on and turning those numbers into coins, those coins into dollars, and those dollars to send to our mission focus at this time, which is Haiti. God bless you all, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of the Digital Couch. This is Jorel Anez Larrier of Lott Carey Women in Service Everywhere. Sawubona. Have a good day.
Sawubona. Thank you.